Welcome, everyone, to Crossroads Sports Radio, episode number 378. I'm your host, Brandon Reeve, joined as always by my co host, Jonathan Birdsong. JB, how are you, sir? Have you calmed down a little bit since the
I,
weekend?
I, was, I was getting ready to just tip into that, man. It is going to be a more calm down show. Crossroads Sports is a little bit calm anyway, a little programming. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of good feedback from the Sunday show, Cross Time podcast that we did with the homie D Cod. We chopped up a lot of, college football. You know what I'm saying? Folks kind of got to see me go off the rails, kind of see me halfway snap on D-Cod. There's still a couple clips coming, man. We actually did talk. I wasn't all animated as much, and Brandon Reeve himself wasn't, totally on the SEC Kool-Aid as I kind of alluded to, man. But like, no, man, a little bit more calmer waters. So we're ready to talk.
The gear is still on the way. It arrives tomorrow.
That's cool, Brandon.
Yeah.
It's cool. One, man. Some other homies kind of tapped me. Said, why are we spending so much time talking about Lane Kiffin when, there's so much other great games.
Part of the top topics,
Who is he? Like, y'all remind me, and like some in the linear notes, man, of Lane Kiffin, man. Yes, great resume. Bounce around, from program to program, elite program, never, and has some success, whatever. But like, man, he gotta get the title, man. So, they put him on. The LSU has put him on. I know I said 3-year buyout, that remains to be seen. I'm still kind of serious. They put him on
Have you seen the buyout? Have you seen the buyout sheet?
Is it a FEMA plan attached to it? No.
I got it right here. So the buyout, 7 years, $13 million annually, a buyout of 80% of his salary, a $1 million bonus if they get to the SEC title game victory. National titles, $3 million bonus, plus becomes highest paid coach in football. There's a $1 million bonus this year if Ole Miss somehow wins the title that he still gets, that they're paying. They're going to pay off his home in Oxford and cover the difference up to $500,000 of a new home in Baton Rouge.
You can take that off now, man. Now it's no longer about Lane Kiffin. It's no longer about the Lane Kiffin, Brandon Reeve. It's no longer. I mean, so the crash out still exists. Somewhat. Did I really crash out on Sunday on Lane Kiffin? I don't think I did.
No, on the SEC you did.
I crashed out on that. Thank you. I just want to make that clear, man.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, man. So LSU couldn't wait to say, hey, I'm just being honest. This is my next question. As boots on the street, as journalists as we are, right on the Crossroads Sports Show. So you couldn't wait to announce your coach after the playoffs? If you have an agreement with Lane Kiffin, and there's already money, this contract was already money being kind of bantied around, and the homie D-Cod.
I also blame Ole Miss on that. Not blame them, but Ole Miss is probably like, you're talking to them.
I was going to that accountability.
We don't want you.
They ain't saying, hey, man, can we work out something, man?
Nick Saban's right. And me and you talked about this while the yelling process was going Sunday. They need a commissioner, a guy that you have it with the football where no contracts or coaches get to leave their deals or talk to other teams and stuff until the season is completely over. That would solve 80% of that issue.
Absolutely. Absolutely, positively. I just had the big thing I had is like, man, you a playoff coach, like leaving your team, and we still underneath the archaic rules of like, players actually got to, like that rule of like leaving your coach, leaving and play like, you know what I'm saying? That was like the BCS that went out, like,
Right. But it's also weird that Lane would think like they would allow him to come back and coach and spend a month with the team where he can talk them into leaving Ole Miss to come with him like that. I don't know why you would think that would be good. Yeah. They would say, okay, go ahead. It's like you're married and the neighbor girl down the street, you start smushing with her. And then all of a sudden you're like, well, I'd like to come back to you for the holidays. And then after the holidays, no, you can leave now. We'll take your shit out of the house now and put it out in the street because we don't need you. We'll take care of it. We'll be good without you. It's funny. I got a text message Sunday night that said, it was late Sunday night. It said, during that 47-minute back and forth yelling Stephen A and Skip type of banter,
Old style.
47 minutes long. They said I had 1 minute and 10 seconds worth of words. I actually was able to speak.
That's not true.
So we'll talk college football, but here's the thing. I also think it's very easy and very polarizing for people to talk about Lane Kiffin and to say all the stuff like, he should have done this, should have done that. I mean, Bill Cowher, great football coach, great on NFL Today. I understand what he was saying, but also you kind of got to stay in your lane. This ain't he's treating it back like it's 2000s, early 90s, and it's not that.
Don't come for the Godfather, man. Steelers. We're going to get on the Steelers a little bit later, Brandon. We're going to get on the Steelers. I might get a little. I might have to bring back the anger, man. They was booing Mike Tomlin, but we get on Steelers a little bit
Season's
later.
over. But we'll get to that, but season's over. The flag out front's about to come down, and it's either going to be replaced with the Pacers or Purdue. So,
all right.
Let's start NFL. And by the way, I guess I want to thank our sponsor, Scott K. Nichols State Farm Insurance. Scott K's got all your wants and needs insurance time around. Obviously, you can't be rolling around out in your car right now without some insurance, especially with these slippery roads here around Indianapolis.
Homeowner, for sure.
Yeah, homeowners, all that stuff. You don't know, there might be a fire or a flood that I had to deal with back way when we first moved in this house. But use Scott K. Nichols State Farm Insurance. Reach out to him; they'll gladly take care of you. I also want to thank our other two sponsors. We got Old Glory, as well as morelabs.com. Morelabs.com, clearly proven recovery energy drinks, 25% off if you use the code Crossroads. And then oldglory.com. They got merch, music shirts, sports fans merch. They got everything you need at TV shows, you name it. 15% off your order right around the holidays, people. Hey, everybody's looking for stocking stuffers, looking for gifts. Look no further. Morelabs.com and also oldglory.com. Use that promo code Crossroads. Not only do you get your stuff, you make people in your family happy with the gifts, then also you help show us support and take care of us. So thank you to all three of our sponsors there. John, Indianapolis Colts. We're in the midst of a slide right now, my man. It was not good the other night against Houston. Steichen getting a little cutesy. I know the officiating was bad. I know it was bad. That's been at least around here. That's what all talk has been. But I don't think you can put the entire thing on the defense. Really, I think Steichen got too cute. They went away from the run game. I think John Taylor only run like 16, 17 times.
Mm-hmm.
They did bring that defense, Swiss cheese.
Texas brought a lot of pressure, man. Made it very uncomfortable for Daniel Jones. Y'all see, you know what I'm saying? The last two games, the Colts have kept, the opponents have kept the Colts under 20. So the 30 points that the buzzsaw the Colts has not been last, and like you said, the Colts are spiraling. Excuse me, Brandon. I don't like some of the vibes going into this game. We're going to Jacksonville this weekend. It's not a home game.
They haven't won there since 2014.
What is it? A calf, the fibia, the tibia? I don't know. What's going on with Daniel Jones' leg? And we got poor offensive line play. If the offensive line play can improve, you can kind of correlate that the offense can kind of come back. But they got to keep him. They got to keep him clean and keep. I know old cliche. Keep him clean and keep. Team like Texas just came in and just bull rushed them, man. It was almost like watching a college team versus Cupcake, man. So if that means the three game spiral, man, that means it's going to be probably a 3-game spiral, man. If we were betting, on this particular game, man. But it's very like it should be highly concerned. Sauce Gardner out. They're not IR, but they ain't saying he's playing the next game either, man. So everybody should be, for sure highly concerned.
Buckner's still out. I'm not sure if he's going to return.
Probably got 2 weeks more, two more weeks with him.
Moody Ward has not played great lately.
Yeah.
So and here's the thing, John. Like, you got a hurt quarterback. He hasn't played the greatest either. you go into the off season, we talked previously weeks ago, we talked, do you do the max deal? This is what his market value is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you pay him that? Do you go into free agency? Well, a lot's changed because now the Colts have digressed, or they digressed a little bit, but then also now you've kind of traded both of your first round picks the next 2 years for a guy that's out with Sauce Gardner. So there's nowhere in the draft you can
It's
look for a quarterback.
It's turn, man. But it has it though, Brandon. Has it though, Brandon, man. If you go in, not Jonathan Burson's expectations, because everybody kind of said I was cat wild when I said 10 games, man. It's like they ain't win no 10 games. You know what I'm saying? They can still itch out 10 games right now. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, we need two.
they had
So what
folks.
did it?
They had folks thinking 13 games. They had folks think. I mean, as they got hot and were leading, leading the league in offense and all these other statistical categories, and we were still thinking that John Taylor's out of this MVP category now, especially after the last 2 games.
Mhm.
Did he get in the end zone against the Chiefs? I don't think he did. I don't think he got in this game for sure. But like, nah, man, they should be concerned.
Yeah.
Because it has turned, and you can't invest, a third year into Daniel Jones. 2 years, maybe, and you still
Yeah.
draft a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Whatever draft picks that you have. But like Brandon, bring up another good point, man. I can go cat wild on having, like I say clone him. You know what I'm saying? But you got to get that offensive line. If you're gonna have Daniel Jones around here even longer, the offensive line has to get younger and
Yeah.
inconsistent.
You look at the Colts here, 6th seed currently right now, sitting at 8-4. They're tied with Jacksonville. They've got 2 games with Jacksonville here this month. You got this week, and then you've got, I think, the last week of the season, or sorry, the second to last week of the season. You got Jacksonville here in Indianapolis. 5 games left, John. I think for the Colts to be in the playoffs and feel comfortable, you've got to go. You got to win 3 of the 5. And part of that 5, Jacksonville, Seattle, the 49ers, Jacksonville, and Houston. If you win all 3 of your division games and obviously lose the other 2, I think you're fine because you've beaten Jacksonville, you swept them, you've won the division. But I think you got somehow in these last 5 games, you got to win 3 of the 5. Or sorry, 3 of the 3 of the 5 games.
Kind of speaks, man. We ain't gonna just pick on Daniel Jones and Coach Steichen, man. Quiddy Pay was a name 2-3 seasons ago, man, coming out of Michigan. Come on, but you can't be Casper. You know what I'm saying? Latu. You know what I'm saying? They drafted up, and a lot of folks kind of, you know what I'm saying, were or said lauded at the pick, but that ain't necessarily, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? He ain't necessarily, breaking down all the doors just yet. So, defense got to step up with all these other players, you know what I'm saying, out. You know what I'm saying? When's the last time we heard the coach had a sandwich party on the quarterback? You know what I'm saying? A lot. You know what I mean? So, like, no, the defense going to have to step up with all these other players being out. Those 2 names for sure.
Packers beat the Lions 31-24, and Bears beat the Eagles 24-15. So that's up Packers and Bears this weekend. Huge game in Lambeau.
Man, I apologize for the Bears as well, man. I was down in the season, man. Now I see what's going on, man. They got new paint.
Yeah.
On the walls, man. They got he's crazy, man. Ben, I didn't know. They didn't know. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, man. Where he kind of came from, out of the Detroit Lions. You know what I'm saying, underneath that umbrella, man. But he's down there and he's, got the offensive humming. The defense is opportunistic. It's not necessarily, Urlacher defense just yet. But the defense is they make the plays, get the stops when they can. And quite honestly, man, the quarterback has kind of calmed down. And him and the coach are on the same page. You know what I'm saying? So you got to tip your hat. But some of it is also meltdown from the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions, man. So too, that is also what's kind of, that we have on display here. But like, tip your hat to the Chicago Bears.
Are you apologizing to the Cowboys yet?
They showed some sack. So man,
I
can't on it, Brandon. They showed some sack, man. I as a team, if the record wasn't so bad, they are the only team that got a bye I mean, not a bye. They got a tie right now. Ain't they like
Well,
4?
them and the Packers, obviously.
Yeah. And yes, their defense is horrible because they traded their best defensive player. But like, man, Dak Prescott last 2 games, man, looked like an MVP candidate. That record get him in. No, Brad. I just want to be clear. That record would not get you into any MVP.
Okay.
But like, man, he's so improved, and you know what I'm saying, that with the lacking defense and they're also a glaring. They got some running, they got some little sprints, little, you know what I mean, little bright points in the run game, past couple games. But like, no, they don't have a run game worth the squat overall. But like, man, he stepped up, man. And like I said, they took care of business, man. Beat the champs and the runner up, man. Come on, man, you got to tip your hats to the Cowboys, man.
Yeah, 6-6 Chiefs going in. A couple surprise games. Bengals beat Ravens, beat down 32-14, and Panthers beat the Rams 31-28.
You had to be smiling just a little bit, Brandon. I know it was not necessarily a good Sunday for your team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. The good thing for me, I'm gonna say, Brandon,
We didn't lose ground to the Ravens, so I was all right with that.
Right, but the locker room leadership owned it, Brandon. And though I'm gonna say Rodgers said the other guy's name first, he said this now. He said he said I threw the bad ball. He said,
Joe Naismith. Oh, we're talking Steelers now.
Yeah. Roger said he didn't. He said he, you know what I'm saying, kind of compensate for the win. I was like, oh, okay, man. But like, it sounded like him and the guy went on the same page. He zagged and he should have zagged.
Rodgers hurt. He got destroyed. Mason Rudolph came in, first pass, a fucking interception again. And then the dude just can't play. He can't play. All right. I don't know what we do. Obviously, we got rid of Darius Slay because he's been terrible and hurt and old. So we dropped him. And what do? We were still looking all year for a number 2 wide receiver to try to kind of help out there. What do? We go get the guy that's going to retire at the end of this year, another senior citizen, Adam Thielen.
It's not the patchwork. People don't want no more patchworks, man.
No.
The Steeler fans shouldn't boo, though, Brandon. They shouldn't boo.
People were chanting, fire Mike Tomlin.
They should want better.
They were yelling, fire Mike Tomlin.
Fire Mike Tomlin that's uncontrollable.
Here's my thought.
I don't believe
Let me go on a 2-minute rant here.
Go do your thing.
There is a lot of stuff going on. I'm finding out in Pittsburgh from some people in the know and stuff I've been reading with Mikey T. There might be an illness in the family, allegedly, I'm hearing. There might be allegedly a divorce that could be going on, something personal with that. So Mike's head may not be all in it, right? And that's 100% understandable. Life gets in the way, right? There's a lot of life situations that happen. But the way this team has just fallen flat on their face with no consistency all season is a problem. We look old with lots of defensive players. We look very old, as we said, with a quarterback that's back there. I think he's done a serviceable job, but not the quality that you need to excel and to be competing into the NFL playoffs, which is why I don't want us to make the playoffs, because we don't deserve it. We're going to get our ass beat if we make it to the wild card again, like we always do. Right. 2 years in a row, it's been Buffalo beating our ass in the playoffs, and we just saw what they did here. So you got to find a youth movement. I have a couple things. Number one, Tomlin, I'm not at that spot still. I know people keep asking me. I'm not at that spot where we need to let go of him. I'm not. Is there a chance that, there's a report today that they think Ben Roethlisberger said that he believes Tomlin could be a perfect fit to be the Penn State head coach, and he can get recruits in there. He's still in Pennsylvania. Yeah. So he doesn't uproot as much. I think that could be something you see. I think it maybe has a 10% chance of happening. But then I also could see a chance where Mike walks away at the end of the season. And I had a dream that Mike McCarthy, the Pittsburgh boy himself, the Piaz, comes in. Mike McCarthy's the head coach. And guess what? Who's my quarterback again next year? Aaron freaking Rodgers, because him and McCarthy's relationship.
Oh my God.
For some reason, I had a dream the other night, and that's when I woke up and it felt real. If it happens, please clip this. If it happens, my God, I hope not. But
that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. I think this is the last time we see Aaron Rodgers. I think he tries to, of course, kind of get back out there, and personal pride. He knows he's not winning no MVP races this year, but personal pride, he'll get back out there.
Can I get some love for my chanting last year when I was chanting from the mountains that I wanted Bo Nix as my quarterback here in Pittsburgh.
Bo Nix and
I get some love for that.
Yeah. You get some chatter for that, man. And anybody who's saying, well, where's Kenny Pickett at, man? He can't get off the, you know what I'm saying, wherever he's at. He's been traded again, y'all. So
I think he's in Oakland or
don't worry. Yeah, he can't get off the bench. But like it's time to you know what I'm saying, let Mike have some vacation time. I don't
want playoffs. And people are like, I'm tired of hearing, and other Pittsburgh fans are tired of hearing, hey, will you? At least you had another winning season. Okay, it's 9-8. If you enjoy mediocre football, at 9-8, that's one game above 500. Anybody else, you'd be fired, right? If Rick Carlisle went 7 straight seasons of 42-40, he'd be gone. So why is it okay, and why is it the freaking standard that can happen in Pittsburgh? I don't get it.
And it's okay if you go somewhere else and it's successful or loses. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Andy Reid, I know everybody knows Andy Reid as the Kansas City Chiefs head coach, but newsflash, he used to be the head coach. How many times over did he take to take a team to the NFC Championship game when he was with the Philadelphia Eagles? You know what I'm saying? That don't include some other spots when he was assistant coach in Green Bay. But yeah, man, maybe, you know, if Mike McCarthy still got, you know what I'm saying, wants to get back in the coaching game, man, we kind of knew what he went through in the Dallas Cowboys fiasco, his time of tenure there. And just get some new fellas in the room, man. I pride myself on Pittsburgh Steelers, man, having good to great linebackers, regardless of the quarterback being, you know what I'm saying, all pro. So, you know, I think they need to get younger there. They need to get younger at offensive line. And then, yeah, for the next 2 seasons, be looking at quarterback for sure.
Yeah. Evil Empire, 11-2. Probably going to host a home playoff game.
Man, you going to make me crazy, man. I was like, man. And I didn't even watch the game, of course. It's, you know what, Brandon? I'm gonna tell you one little long kryptonite. Doing this show, having this job, like I said, it does. You remove your fandom. I'm not as crazy. I used to be. I still, you know what I'm saying, open heart, you know what I'm saying, for the Pacers and the Colts, man. But like, you know what I'm saying, because you know the business moves is the business, man. You know what I'm saying, you have to separate some of it. But like, nah, man, I can't watch the Evil Empire, man. I have to watch it in highlights, man. I can't watch that game. Them games kind of trigger me, man. And they're just a composite, you know what I'm saying, composite team, man. You know what I'm saying, they just do everything good. And you know, Brandon kind of brought up something, man. It kind of still sticks in my craw, man. A lot of teams they're beating are not good teams. You know what I mean? So, and they've lost to, you know what I'm saying, some teams, you know what I'm saying, like you said, at home that they shouldn't have. So, but they are getting stronger. They are getting better. They look at how this kind of lining up. Looks like, you know, some playoffs going to be running through Foxborough.
Yeah, and then Denver sitting at 10-2.
If you got a good offense, man, you still should feel good about beating that you can compete with the Denver. But it ain't like the Denver Broncos just kind of come wipe their shoes on you. You know what I'm saying? Another good defense, another you know what I'm saying, quarterback that the coach believes in, and he's not necessarily turning the ball over or any, you know what I'm saying, at a high level or anything like that. But they don't necessarily score a whole lot of points, man. So, you know what I'm saying, you can beat a Denver. But again, if you're gonna beat Denver, it sounds like you're gonna have to go to Denver to beat them.
Yeah. College football wise, before we have Tanner join us here in about 8 minutes or so, John, and we'll talk probably a lot about college football here to kind of finish out the show. We'll talk a little NBA, a couple things, but Penn State is the last open. Damn near seems like it's almost the last position open, and it was the first open back in September as well when James Franklin was fired. The BYU coach said thanks, but no thanks. And BYU paid him a lucrative deal to stay. Penn State going into today's signing day was ranked 138th recruiting class with 2 recruits. As of the end of tonight, they're down to number 150 And here's a little sidebar for you. James Franklin of Virginia Tech flipped 10 recruits from Penn State to come to Virginia Tech, including some 4-stars. And now Virginia Tech's number 25 recruiting class.
That part really shouldn't be a shocker.
No.
Especially going into.
I do the same thing if I was him.
Right, especially with somebody like him that kind of knows how to recruit and maneuver and get guys to believe and to kind of come into his program. And he can say, look, at Virginia Tech, they were lousy. You can get all the playing time you want. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of probably get and NIL, whatever they wanted. And the kids probably get all the kind of playing time and development they want. You know what I mean? So that's good for them. Penn State, unless they gotta wait on one of these guys in the playoff, Brandon, or they waiting on Black Monday, like they didn't call you, they didn't call me. So what you waiting on, Penn State? Because me and Brandon Reef can do it. We can do it, Brandon. We can coach Penn State.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well on the college football 26. So yeah,
strong,
sign me up.
You can get the left side. I get the strong side.
Ooh, you want me to get the blind side? Okay, I'd coach that. Also college football wise, so the rankings came out, John. Seems like the Alabama Notre Dame fiasco. Freeman's pissed off that they got Alabama higher. The college football committee chairman is a SEC athletic director. Moved Bama up enough to where if they lose, Bama can still stay in the playoff. People were talking Notre Dame went out there and beat solidly this past week. They've ran up the score the last couple of weeks, which has helped them quite a bit. And they said, the chairman said, I believe last night, John, he said, well, Notre Dame did this and that was a nice win, but we feel that Alabama's win over Auburn held more substance, substantially held more substance. Auburn's like 1-7 in the conference. How does Alabama barely beating an Auburn team who's 1-7 in the conference that beat an Arkansas team? How's that more?
Deacon sent his little bots after us, man. They was commenting on the show talking about Alabama. The SEC is the most from top. They words, Brandon, not mine. They were. They said top to bottom. You bring 1-7. Arkansas 0-7.
1-7. And that chairman is going to sit there and say the Alabama's victory over there carries more. It was more important and carried more substance than Notre Dame's.
No credibility. No, Greg Sankey said that. No credibility. No credibility. Sorry.
ACC commissioners upset, saying that our league should always be worth 2 bids.
Look, buddy. Look, hey, ACC, cut the bait, cut the dead weight. Tell California and Stanford, thank you, no, thank you. And then offer West Virginia the world to come back, and things will get better, Brandon. But ACC football play, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. You go to the bottom part of their conference, it's not lousy like the SEC. But the SEC is going to say, we got more guys in the NFL. I like, well, damn, I thought we was playing college football. Right? But I don't know, man. It's wild. Bragging rights, man, all that stuff don't necessarily mean nothing. But bragging rights, man, the bottom part of the SEC, FSU beat the top part of the SEC when Florida State beat Alabama early this year, man. So I don't know, man. It's just all chatter. But when the commissioners kind of come into it, but Notre Dame has to understand, y'all don't have a championship game. You don't necessarily have a relationship with the ACC. You're not necessarily with them 100% because you're not involved in their politics. Like how Duke and Virginia is going to lock them up for the championship game, man. And they're saying if Duke wins, they can't go to the playoffs. This is what I was told. That if Duke wins, because they are so far that's unfair. How could they jump an unranked jump all those other teams to be automatically? I get it, the contract obligation that the ACC has with the CFP, but that's kind of what I was told, man. But they're just Nick Saban said it needs to be a czar. There needs to be a czar over that too.
Needs to be him. think we've all said that.
It'd be
I think
bizarre.
it's getting
Like, hey,
closer.
I don't want to hear it, Greg Sankey. You got skins in the game. You kind of, it's kind of tipping the scales over here. I don't want to hear Notre Dame play a championship game. Everybody's playing a championship game this weekend. Texas Tech's playing a championship game. IU's playing a championship game. Florida, you know what I'm saying? Not Florida, which is playing a championship game, right? Georgia's playing a championship game. Bam, you should go on so on forth. So play a championship game. Hell, even James Madison playing a championship game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
hey, did you see?
Quit the whining.
And this might get you up and going a little bit.
No, it's not.
Did you see? So the Heisman voting is now a 3-man race, the closest it's ever been, with Mendoza, Sayan, and Pavia. Pavia is now plus 190. He is inching closer and closer and closer. So that campaign they're putting together is inching him closer. I got a ticket on Mendoza I've had for weeks, and Sayan's getting closer now. He's plus Mendoza now is plus 180. Sayan's plus 190, and I think Pavia is like 210. It's like they're all close.
It's going to be very hard for Mendoza to put together another 40 burger, because the 40 burger, you ain't putting no 40 burger on the Buckeyes. It's not happening unless somebody get hurt. You're not, you know what I'm saying. And they sacked Sayan 3 times in the first half. They're not putting a 40 burger on you know what I'm saying, on the Buckeyes, man. So, but they win that game, man. Probably Davio Pega can fall all the way back, bro. If they beat, you said it, Brandon, this Big Ten championship means more, damn near, than a playoff run of them going to the national championship. So you beat Ohio State, you already here. And it ain't even like when when the homie Tom Allen last time he won a Big Ten championship, it was all that controversy when they, you know what I'm saying, the nose of the football when they played Michigan. Everybody remembers this, right? But like, nah, man, we are far beyond. IU is dominant. IU, I don't know where you pull up Penn State's recruitment. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where IU is at, but I know guys is interested in going there. You know what I mean? I know that IU got the NIL pouring in, because, you know, not necessarily stole it from the basketball team, but like, you know, there's been a shift in funds, you know what I'm saying, with the football program. So this means a whole lot to IU. It's a home game, gosh darn it.
We're going to be there.
In Indianapolis.
Hottest ticket. Cheapest ticket right now, John's $550.
Lord have mercy.
Boots on the ground.
Gonna be there. Crossroads Sports is going to be.
Now, I will tell you, John, you got to follow the signage, and then there's an elevator that'll take us down, because we have to walk through the bowels of Lucas to get to the press area at night. It's a late night, so
we're wearing lights.
It's going to be beautiful. I love it.
Elevator up.
This is what I was going to get you a little fired up on. Let me share my screen again. Pavia on Twitter asking President Donald Trump to sign an executive order to expand the college football to 16 teams. Make the executive order, please.
Oh, he just wants attention now, man. That's just, don't involve none of that, any politics. Leave the politics of the sports amongst the athletic directors and chancellors, not no United States politics. This dude's an idiot, man. This is what I'm talking about. Millennial.
Which one?
Davio Pega in this regard.
Oh. Well, could said both and been fine. Yeah. So I saw that. I was like, honestly, John, and I looked at it even more, even with last night's rankings. If you go 16 teams, you're muddling it down, the talent and the games. That really, there's teams there that they ain't going to stand a chance. This ain't college basketball where a 16 or a 15 or a 13, whatever is going to.
Right. And even right now, that's kind of fading away, where the Weber States of the world are not necessarily making it even to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
So, like, no, this is not college basketball. You kind of wonder, oh, this is the homie. What's going on, Tanner?
What's up,
Tanner?
Fellas?
How are you?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Good. Been a long time no see.
I know. Sorry, been busy over here, but it's good. It's good.
Okay. Good. Before we go into the games and talk about standings and all that, I don't know if you've seen my Twitter or my text messages, but I followed my boy down to Baton Rouge, baby.
Yeah, I
I
saw
got
you buy
gear.
that.
I got gear coming tomorrow.
You
and Friday.
purple, you fucking purple Peter eater over there wearing that purple stuff
Looking
over
like-
Gotta
there.
follow my guy Lane. Hey, I told you I quit Purdue
So do
football.
you have a Tennessee outfit, a USC, an Alabama? I mean, hell, he's been everywhere. He couldn't hold down a job if you paid him.
Who hasn't been everywhere? Nick Saban's been everywhere.
No,
Yes.
Yes.
no,
Yes. Yes.
no.
Miami Dolphins.
Yes. Michigan State,
Michigan State.
LSU, Bama.
LSU, Bama. Yeah, he's been everywhere. Everybody's
Lot of
been
girl
everywhere, buddy. It happens. That's
And
the
he's
sport.
one. He ain't no hoe like Lane Train.
Oh man. Oh
Stop
man.
it. That's just stupidity and jealousy right there. That's what that is.
And then he
But
quits
listen,
on his team. Then he's
as
gonna
I
quit
told
on his,
John,
then he's gonna quit on his team.
I'd fucking do it too for that much money
No,
for one of the top
they would have
programs.
paid. They would have paid him the same
100%.
amount. And Florida said they were going to pay him the same amount too.
Okay, LSU, Florida, resources, NIL. You'd be
No.
dumb to go to Florida.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, the
They got
resources
more-
aren't there, buddy. NIL is not in Florida.
Oh, you're crazy.
There is more money. And here's the other thing, Tanner. I'm glad.
You
'cause
don't think they're gonna
I've been
hit a
meaning to
salary
have
cap?
this
How about
talk with
me?
you.
We
You
got
don't think they're going to hit a salary cap
listen.
here soon? Then
Hold
it ain't
on,
gonna
no.
matter.
Well, it ain't gonna be no fucking salary cap. They ain't got anybody, no czar that's gonna run it. Here's the thing: if he goes to Florida, who does he have to compete with recruits? Florida State, Miami Hurricanes, Georgia Bulldogs. You can't control that region of the country. And LSU, where do most of the pro players are coming from? Louisiana, New Orleans area. What teams are in Louisiana? Just LSU. They own the whole damn state for recruits down there.
They don't care about basketball there.
I mean, Coach Coach O's getting paid still down there. And then here's the only thing we talked about when I talked about the governor. The governor came out and said, "Oh, this contract for Brian Kelly is stupid. And, why we fired the athletic director." And you go and do the same type of contract and buyouts for Saban. So he looked like an idiot himself, which that's a typical politician.
Man, he's oh my god, he looks like a
I'm
liar.
telling you, they don't win in about 3 years. They're going to be pissed.
Well, I think that's any program, right?
Not any program.
Not Ball State.
Listen, Purdue has failed me enough to where I said if they lose by 50 plus to IU, I'm hanging them up because there's no direction for the program. The coach can't coach. He can't win. And they don't care about the resources. And the AD's an idiot for the football program.
He gets together.
Until they invest, I ain't investing in them on the football side.
Football side.
Can't do it.
Lane Train went over there and made a decision for his gosh damn daughter so she could be closer to her boyfriend.
Well, he's a
Probably
family man.
Over there, and then he's going to go over there and break her heart, and then he's going to be pissed.
He's only there 1 year and he goes pro.
Going to go out there, going to have family turmoil. He's going to be banging some other girl. Now he's going to have his daughter pissed at him, and then he's going to be not dating her, and then Lane's going to have inner turmoil. Locker room going on there. People are going to be pissed next year. Just wait.
The Lane Train files that came out Sunday night into Monday on Twitter was something.
Train files.
Like the Epstein files, but it was the Lane Train files. They started hashtagging.
He's over there.
Let me tell you this. I thought it was hilarious. Some of those that they kept those screenshots for a long time, apparently, of Lane Train on Instagram, Twitter, DMs. But I tell you what, hey, Ole Miss fans didn't give a hell when he was their coach. So now they're bitter. They're going to put the stuff out there.
They had it. That's called ammunition, and they let it ride. Came out with an M16.
That doesn't mean they're in the right either.
It might be AI generated. We don't know if that's.
There we go. Allegedly.
Late Train probably trying to find what LSU cheerleader he can get with.
No.
Wait a minute, man. AI. Family.
Just like he was over there in Ole Miss.
Allegedly. You don't want to get sued on this show, so you have to say allegedly. Get that cease and desist.
Hey, man, them games up.
John's like, we got to get going on here. Tanner's going to get us sued.
He's a Tar Heel, man. You already know, man. He seen what happened last night.
Yeah, they got a nice win last night. Boys, speaking of good get stuff from last week, Jonathan Birdsong 8-3.
I was trying to do it.
72-65. I was 5-6. I'm 68-69, right at the 500 number again. Tanner 5-6. Had a few bad weeks. Only up 2 games now on John at 74-63.
Trying to make my move.
Based off of the games last week, Tanner, you had a horrific finish. Great start, horrific finish with Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Michigan.
Yeah, bad.
Oklahoma screwed me a little bit there. Tennessee, we all had Notre Dame, Texas A&M, and then Mississippi State. I took Mississippi State. Probably shouldn't have there. I thought it'd be.
It started out in our favor and it just went south real quick.
Yep. So it is championship week, boys. So we've got games, conference championships. After this, the regular season for our pick'em will be over, and I will update the regular season standings. And then anything else now will be bowl games and stuff we will do. But the regular season will. And look at this. Here's the crazy thing. So I'm 209-10, and I'm going into it 68-69. So I'm still flirting right around that 500 mark.
Consistency.
Going into it. So I got to try to see if I can maintain the lead with that and try to keep it above 500. So first game, the Sun Belt Championship, Troy versus James Madison Dukes. Dukes are 23.5-point favorites. Last week's leader, John, we'll let you go first.
I have seen a very short sample size of Troy all this year, man. Very tough out to kind of team, man. You talking about mid-majors versus mid-majors here, man. James Madison going to hold that. We said 25 points? I think James Madison.
23.5.
Oh, man. That's kind of iffy, man, but it's going to float up in the 20s, man. So give me James Madison.
James Madison. Okay. Tanner?
I'm gonna go with ride him a little bit. James Madison. I did look up a thing where in championship games of like 20+ points, I believe, something like that. The team that has actually been favored by 20+ is 5-1 against the spread. So I'm gonna ride that trend with James Madison and say just continue the blowouts when they're favored by that much of these championship style games.
Okay, I'm going to take them Dukes as well. They're going to keep their season going. Maybe they could sneak in. Maybe they can just barely sneak into that college football playoff there as that group of 5 leader. We'll see. So give me the Dukes. The Mountain West Championship game with Jonathan Birdsong. When I had Birdsong rolling over in his grave, when I said, John, they figured out the teams for the Mountain West Championship on a Sunday morning through analytics because of a 5-way tie.
Yeah.
And it's UNLV and Boise State -4.5. John.
Yeah, that kind of irritates me, man. But you know what I'm saying? Here we are again, the Smurf Turfers, familiar faces, man. Maybe not necessarily the gaudy record they've had, you know what I'm saying, years, man, but you know what I'm saying, tried and true. They're a championship level program. That's not to shade UNLV. You know, it's pretty good as well when it kind of comes to West Coast football, man. But should be a high scoring game, man. But give me Boise State.
Boise State. I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to take UNLV. I'm going to take the Fighting Dan Mullins here to pull the upset over Boise State in that 4.5. Right now, if you kind of look at the betting splits wise, 83% of the bets are on UNLV. The money is at 92% on UNLV as well right now. So I kind of like that view. I like Dan Mullen in this game. And I'm going to take UNLV plus the points. Maybe they lose by 3, but at least they're covering that spread. Tanner.
I hate seeing all that money's on there because that means the book actually needs the other side. But I like the revenge spot. I believe they played each other earlier this year and Boise State won. I like these revenge spots and underdogs. They do typically do well in bowl games.
Boise won 56-31 back in October, and they were a 13-point favorite.
Yep. So I'm just going to roll that second time around. Dan Mullen's going to have some corrections that he's made, some adjustments. So, yeah, I'll take the running Rebs.
Okay. Next game we have is Kennesaw State at Jacksonville. This is wrong, gentlemen. Kennesaw State is actually the 2.5-point favorite. I had that wrong. John.
This is Jack State. This is the one where the homie Steiner's son go.
Yes.
Hey man, give me Jack State.
So if I got a 33 and 3/3% chance, and against your 33 and 2/3% chance, but I got a 90% chance of beating you, that means.
Okay, Steiner.
Go ahead, Tanner.
I'm gonna go. So Kennesaw State, man.
9-3 Kennesaw, 8-4 Jacksonville State. This game will be at 7:00 on Friday night, and we are looking. These two teams played back in November.
Yeah,
Jacksonville won by 9 as an underdog.
See, that's where they're getting you tricky. Now they're gonna make
Jacksonville
won by 9 as an underdog.
Yeah, they were 9.5. Sorry, they were 3.5-point underdogs. I can't read. 3.5-point underdogs, and they won outright by 9.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna roll. Probably bite me. I'll roll Kennesaw State on the revenge game. Short favorite. We'll roll that way. Hopefully they can. But I'm
gonna take Kennesaw State as well. I think they get the revenge factor here. They were favorites the last time. This was just back on the 15th of the month, so fresh in the minds. This one means a little bit more. And I believe, though, it is being played. It is in Jacksonville, so home game for the conference championship. Next one, the American Athletic Conference, North Texas -2.5 versus Tulane. Tulane's coach, is he being able to coach this championship game before he goes to Florida?
That's what I didn't know. I don't think he is. So that's why I'm rolling North Texas. I still think those players would be checked out on that coach. I think it's tough when they leave like that for people to play.
Yeah.
So North Texas, what are they? The Green Machine? Give me the Green fucking machine.
Man, I've seen I've kind of liked North Texas all year. Tulane, Tulane kind of caught them, I thought, at least on the record wise, in AAC play, man. Heads probably gonna be down. You know what I'm saying? So like, nah, man, North Texas wants to get back into it and kind of make. There ain't gonna be no chaos up into the, you know what I'm saying, the playoff.
Both teams are ranked,
but I can't see them jumping. But like, nah, man, but they're gonna try. They're gonna put the best forward. So yeah, give me the Green Machine.
I'm gonna take North Texas as well. Both teams ranked. North Texas 24, Tulane's 20. Friday night, 8 p.m. This game will be on 51% of the bets and 90% of the money on North Texas. So we've got the scale. We're falling right to that trap.
Yep.
The Big 12 championship on Saturday. Number 11 BYU against number 4 Texas Tech. Texas Tech 12.5-point favorites. Tanner, we'll let you go first. This game will be at high noon on Saturday. These two teams played back on November 8th, and Texas Tech won 29-7, 13.5-point favorites.
Yeah. Where's the game at? Neutral field somewhere?
It will be at Jerry's World.
Okay.
Oh, my. Non-neutral field, then.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm still taking the Stormin' Mormons revenge game. Catch 12.5. That coach just got a big payday. He's got to show why he's staying at BYU and not going in there into Sandusky land over there in Penn State. So he's going to stay here. Stormin' Mormons I think they're gonna have a better. I think that the freshman quarterback Bear. I think he's gonna have a lot better game. He's gonna have I don't think they're gonna lose by 13. I don't think they can win. Texas Tech's pretty strong. Yep. Defensive wise for sure, but I just think better game from the Cougars.
Give me Texas Tech minus that 12.5. I think we get a late touchdown pick six type of celebration thing that puts it right at 13, gets me that hook. But no, I think BYU does come out and play hard in this game. I think it's close for maybe 3 quarters before Texas Tech kind of just puts the chomps down on them with that defense. So I'll take Texas Tech minus 12.5. John?
Yeah, what a freaking home game. You playing in Dallas, man. Man, nah, man. Give me Texas Tech, dude. Better. They'll have better effort out there. You know what I'm saying? Score wise, end result.
I'm no geography major, but Dallas and Lubbock is actually drive that thing one time. It ain't as close as you think.
Boy, it ain't Brigham Young.
It's farther than Indianapolis and Bloomington.
No, yeah. I'll tell you, it's farther than that.
MAC championship. It's not Ball State boys. Miami, Ohio versus Western Michigan. Western Michigan 2.5-point favorites. This game will be played Saturday as well at Ford Field up in Detroit, Motor City. These two teams played back in October 25th. Miami beat them by 9 as a 2.5-point favorite.
I told you, man, the MAC championship goes through Ohio football team, man. So I'm going. What are they? The Red? They ain't the Red Raiders. What are they?
They're the Red Hawks.
Yeah, I'm going with the Red Hawks. Give me
Red Hawks. I'm gonna go Western Michigan. Give me Western Michigan.
You going directional Michigan up there?
They've been good all season. I think they were the underdogs this time. This time they're the favorites. I think they're playing better than Miami towards the end of the year. Give me Western Michigan to hoist that MAC trophy.
I'll go with Birdsong here. I like the Red Hawks here, going through Ohio, right here, setting MAC championship for sure. So I know that line seems kind of backwards when those teams win and then they do it again. So make it kind of like it's like a bait to take. Why wouldn't you take Miami, Ohio? They won the first time and now they're the underdogs again. But I think the 2.5 is a great number to be on. Western Michigan might sneak in a field goal late and win the game, but I think Miami still covers.
Okay. The SEC championship number, it's number 3, Georgia, excuse me. Number 3, Georgia versus number 9, Alabama. Georgia, 2.5-point favorites. It started out at 3.5, and it's worked its way down. Bama won 24-21 back in September as a 2.5-point underdog. John.
Hey man, I'm pro Kirby Smart, man. I think outside of Ohio State, man, he's got the best team in college football. They just good at all other facets, man. Not necessarily great at anything, but good at everything. So I know Alabama got them earlier on in the season. I like Georgia, and it's only 2 points. It's only 2 points, you know what I mean, covered here.
2.5. Yep.
2.5, man. I think they probably cover that for sure, but they're gonna beat Alabama.
Give me the Dogs of Georgia to win because the chairman, for the college football playoff knows something, and he put Bama higher up in the rankings over Notre Dame and them so that when they lose, they won't fall completely out of the playoff.
He said
I think Georgia's playing a lot better. I know Bama did not look good last week at against a 1-7 Auburn team there. I know it's a rivalry game, but still, Auburn had so many chances there late in that game.
They should have covered that game the whole damn time.
Yeah, I had Bama minus 2.5. I had a decent amount of change on that one. I kept watching it all night. But I like Georgia here to counter what just happened a couple weeks ago against Bama previously. So I think Georgia rights the ship here. They go into that college football playoff probably as the number 2 seed, I would believe.
Even if IU...
I think IU or whoever loses that game, I think would fall to a 3, and Georgia would leap them. I really do. Okay. Ohio State, maybe not, but Indiana would fall. I think IU would fall to the 3, and Georgia would move to the 2. But yeah. Tanner?
Well, Bama, some bad losses out there. Florida State went earlier in the year. Georgia only lost at home to the Tide. Roll Tide Willie's going to be loving the Tide in this game. It is, though, right there in Atlanta, right there in that whatever that place is. I want to say Mercedes Dome. It might be that. I can't remember. I think that's what it's called, where the Falcons play. I like the Tide, but I'm going to go with who's that coming down the tracks? I think they get the revenge there, the Bulldogs. So I just like them right there. So give me Kirby Smart and the Bulldogs. I think it might be a little bit more. I think they might get them by a touchdown. They're playing a lot. They're playing pretty strong right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Defense is really good. I mean, it was low scoring last week against Georgia Tech, but Georgia Tech couldn't really move it. I think that Georgia defense, and this is my last little niche, is getting stronger as I play more and more games.
Yep. There'll be it just says at the top of my head, next week there will be no pick'em. Okay. Next week, since there'll be no games besides the Army Navy game.
That's perfect.
No pick'em, and then I will start to put the bowl season together on a calendar. That way we know which games that we're going to be talking about for the next couple weeks. And then we'll go. What I'd really like to do as well, gentlemen, is because somebody asked me, we didn't do it last year, is bracket predictions. Once the brackets are out, we kind of do our bracket predictions all the way through. So that way we'll post it for the Crossroads Nation as well for them. So we'll do that once those come out. ACC Championship, the one that we always thought was going to happen. Duke versus number 18 Virginia. Virginia 3.5-point favorites now. It moved up from 2.5 yesterday. Tanner.
I'm going to go Duke right here just because why the hell are they even in there? I'm just going to go Duke. They're a 7-5 team in a damn championship game. Makes no sense. Probably shouldn't be there. They're really just going to make sure Virginia doesn't have a chance. I don't think they could have a chance of moving up in there anyways, but they're really going to put when Duke wins this thing, it's going to just throw a little wrench into this college playoff thing. So,
okay, you're calling for chaos. I like it.
Yeah, I like chaos right there. Yeah, because everyone just wants more teams every time. If they move it to 16, the 17th team's going to be pissed why they didn't get in there. If they move it more than that, then the 21st team's going to be pissed.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to take Virginia minus 3.5. I think they win by touchdown. I think it just comes out superiority. Virginia's played a better season. It's not like they're just a team showing up. They were the luck of the draw, and that they were going to be able to, Duke kind of lucked into it. Virginia, you can say they lucked into it with Miami and Georgia Tech, and that's 100% understandable. But I think with Virginia, they're ranked. They've played some really good games as of late. I like what Virginia's done. I think they get the job done. Get themselves probably 11 seed, maybe 12, and then get bounced. So give me Virginia. John.
No, man, there's no way Duke program's going to hoist up a football title and a basketball title in the same year, man. So
Duke basketball title? Hell, they were getting goaltending calls not even called against them last night. Clearly off the backboard. Homer calls already coming out there.
Oh, here we go.
Florida was all in there. Just Homer calls every time.
Now you sound like a Colts fan.
That coach was right. Golden was right when he said that. He's like, you're spotting 10 points when you go into Duke every time.
You sound like Colts fan now. Well, listen, there's a reason why down south in Bloomington it's called the Hall of Calls.
Oh my gosh, they haven't had a call since Moby Dick was a minnow. Their team's been trashed down there.
Oh man!
No,
all right,
give me Virginia.
Virginia for John. All right. The big one. Big Ten championship. It's a shame the College Game Day has got to say, well, ESPN, we're going to go to Georgia and Alabama instead of what Fox has the Big Ten, so we're not even going to worry about it. But the number 1 Ohio State Buckeyes versus number 2 Indiana Hoosiers, Lucas Oil Stadium this Saturday night.
Go to the SEC championship every time.
$550. Myself and John the Birdsong got credentials. We will be at the game Saturday night, boots on the ground for Crossroads. Ohio State 5.5-point favorites. It opened, gentlemen, at 4.5 on Sunday when I was looking at the spread.
I saw 6. I thought it went
6. Okay.
I saw 6 and then it went down. I saw 6.
So, John, let's let you go first.
4.5.
Let's let you go first, John. Ohio State minus 5.5. What do you like here, buddy?
I got no big rambler for you, man. Mendoza, you're on the clock, man. Use your running backs. You know what I'm saying? He's got two good ones, man. A Thunder and Lightning kind of duo, man. They've got in the end zone kind of equal amount of time, man, between the two. He's got an equal. They got a defense maybe not as as thick. You know what I'm saying, when you kind of go to the bench, there's Ohio State has, but like, man, IU and Ohio State are kind of parallel when it comes to Big Ten analytics, man. When it comes to offense, when it comes to defense. What Ohio State, believe it or not, has over the Hoosiers is special teams, man. However, we want to look at that when it comes to the punting and the kicking, man. The Ohio State has the best, not necessarily also in the Big Ten, but also the nation, man. Ohio State. So, and all that might kind of come down to that. So I know some people kind of think like that, man. So I expect kind of a low scoring game. I don't really expect Kurt Snetti is going to. If he does, man, oh my goodness, it'd be. They really will put a statue of him down there in Bloomington. But 40 points, I don't think they put 40 up against Ohio State. But I think they win this game, man. It's Indianapolis, too much synergy. Kirk Cignetti, he's king of, he's, at least, we know of preparation and have his team prepared, motivated, all those things. All these guys are not necessarily also rants, but they kind of forgot, kicked out. So he said, how else would you got here at this moment, man, with this team, man? So he has all those kind of, belief values kind of surging through his program, man. So give me the Hoosiers. How could you lose in Indianapolis?
Okay, John's taking the Hoosiers. Tanner.
I think Ohio State's about to go BTA right there.
What? No, sir.
Not only is IU going to lose, they might lose 2 games in the same damn city.
Wow.
Louisville might get in that ass at 2:00.
Wow.
And then Ohio State, and it might be a whole sea of red that these Bloomington people ain't used to seeing. Red Cardinals and red the Scarlet for the Ohio State Buckeyes. I just think defense is too strong. They got too many. Ohio State's got 7 guys on that defense. It's going first 2 rounds. I think that's I think when it comes to offensive side, yeah, IU has great receivers too, but do they have excellent receivers? Do they have a Jeremiah Smith? Do they have Carnell Tate? I think those guys are a little bit more crisper and a little bit more pristine at their positions. So yeah. I just think, you can't count on everybody has a chance to win when you're playing in the game. You can't count on everybody out because if you made it to the game, so you obviously got a chance. I just think Ohio State's a little too strong. I just think 10-point Buckeye. That's what I think. Mm-hmm. Victory.
Okay. So we got Indiana. We got Ohio State. I've went back and forth the last few weeks on this game in preparation for it. Ohio State, we've said, has looked like the best team all year long, right? They defending national champions. This team may be better than the team that was last year out on the field. I think there's a good shot at that, especially with that defense. Indiana, it's been a great story. They've had some tough games. You look at the Oregon game, you look at the Iowa game, you look at the Penn State game. They've kind of faced adversity and found a way to win. Sig's got the boys playing. As much as I dislike IU, they're playing great. When I look at this game, I think we think you guys will all agree. I think everybody would. It's pretty simple. I think this game means more to IU. Cignetti does not have that feather in a cap game where it's that signature check off for the university, for the alumni, for the program, for him. They don't have that check off game. They could have got it last year against Notre Dame in the playoff. Didn't happen, right? So I think this game means more to IU than it does a Ryan Day in Ohio State. They're going to come out and play, but I think Ohio State has bigger fish to fry with that college football playoff, right? They know they're going to get a bye regardless. They want to get out of this game healthy. We'll compete. We'll try to win it, but we're not going to get ourselves embarrassed, but we don't really give a shit about this game. They have bigger fish to fry with the college football playoff, while Cignetti and them want to win this game, want to make a statement. want to put that signature in for the university on a game. That's why I'm going to take IU. They won it more in this one. Give me IU plus the 5.5. I think they win this game outright.
You might be right. And if Ohio State loses this game and they play Indiana later in the playoff, it really might go BTA the other way.
They may beat them, yeah. They may beat them at that point. So, but that
I don't want to see.
I don't think Ohio State cares.
I think if Ohio State loses, that's when they get the strongest. Because then if they lose here, watch out for them, and I'm taking them in the playoff.
Now they haven't been to the Big Ten championship in 5 years. I understand that, but still, I think they look at this. Hey, it's a great game for us to go play, go to win. But like, if we don't win, who gives a shit, right? We got bigger fish to fry.
I see.
IU would be happy winning this. And if they lost the college football playoff, I think fans, everybody be like, okay, we had a great season. We won the Big Ten.
Yep.
So
I see you. I never looked at that perspective. I think you'd be right there.
You got a couple days to change your pick if you need to.
I ain't changing it.
Perfect. Well, gentlemen, that's going to be our pick 'em. Looking forward to another great week of games. It's going to conclude our regular season, and then we'll have bowl season and then the playoffs. So anything else, T, from you before we go, brother? What's the latest?
No, I don't have anything really. My latest, I bought my first house, close on that next Tuesday. That's all I got.
What region area are you gonna be in?
I'm literally right inside Fortville, like right outside of Fishers. Literally, It's about 7 minutes from work.
Hey, did I see you with that boy Bent?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mantis came in. He hit when
Mantis.
When he hit all those free throws, I made a bet with him. I said, if you hit those free throws in 24 hours, we'll buy you a steak dinner at Fox. And he hit those 135 free throws like in 24 hours.
Yeah.
So him and his mom came in. Yeah, it was awesome.
Okay.
I text him. Yeah. I'm going to try to see if he's going to be downtown on Saturday. I'll be downtown Saturday.
Okay.
Are you guys? Yeah, I'm not.
We are. I'm going to be working for a little bit just to kind of during the day because we're going to be a little busy during the day, obviously, with all the fans coming in the next 2 days. But, and then I'm going to free up probably around 5 o'clock. And then go in for the game.
Yeah.
I got to pick up my credential on Friday. So
where do you guys go? Do you get field access or do you just get to like a suite level, like press box thing?
We'll be in press box area and press conference area and all that. This year they've taken away the field access for certain like writer media.
I did see.
I got my one from a couple years ago, so I'll get to add to the collection again.
That's right. I will talk a little wrestling. That was a quick title run by Cena. Definitely see the Gunther thing that you called. He's definitely taking an L in about a week.
Called that. Yeah, who was the masked man, you think, man?
That's definitely. You don't think it was Seth Rollins?
No.
I think he's still hurt.
I think a lot of people think it's Austin Theory because he initially was supposed to join the group.
He was.
I think they're going to swerve it. The posture that I saw, the stance and everything, the agility.
Iser?
I think it was Sami Zayn.
Oh.
Paul Heyman guy. Screwed over the team that he's been. Where was he at during Survivor Series? Nowhere.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Could be him.
That's crazy.
Now the masked man, somebody said they showed a picture like him going through the crowd real quick, and he had dark eyes. So somebody thought it might be Montez Ford, but I don't know how he would play into that.
Yeah.
Unless it's just a fake. Everybody that let's just put somebody out there to make it everybody think it's Rollins, and you never end up finding out who it is. I don't know.
Because what was Rollins' injury? A knee?
Shoulder, I thought.
Shoulder.
This time.
Okay.
Yeah, shoulder. Survivor Series, I gave it like a 5.
I know it. I know.
By the way, and I showed Jonathan this last night. I watched Tuesday in Texas, 91 over again last night. The Savage and Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake, he could put on some heel promos. Let me tell you, when he slapped Elizabeth.
I told you. Bret Hart and him don't have respect for one another, which is kind of unfortunate, man. But no, man, what's the name got great promos. Great promo.
Yeah.
Not gonna out talk Jake Roberts, man. And then you bring out that evil like snake and all that demonic crap, man.
Did you hear why that story ended? So
Vince probably had.
Which
I was
story?
listening to a podcast of Jake Snake talking about his angle with Savage because it was supposed to go all the way to WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, yeah. He brought that Cobra out there and had him.
It was supposed to go all the way to WrestleMania 8. Because then you were supposed to have Flair and Hogan at WrestleMania 8, and then you were supposed to have Savage and Roberts. That was supposed to be the second main event.
Tier card, yeah, second, yeah.
Right. What ended up happening is when Savage, I guess, called for the slap and told Jake, "Hey, I want you to slap Elizabeth here."
Yeah.
And make it. And Jake's like, "I don't want to do that." And Jake's like, "Yeah, I don't feel comfortable, Randy, and all this." And he's like, "No, Elizabeth's good with it. Go ahead, brother. I want you to slap her, and she'll be all right with it. It's going to be a great story." So he did it. Well, word got back to Elizabeth's family, and they thought it was a shoot, that this is all real going on with her, and how could Randy allow this to happen and all this. So the family was pissed at Randy at the time, and then they end up with Vince and all them. They just cut the storyline. They said they cut it 2 months early because of it, because it was supposed to culminate at Survivor or WrestleMania, because they had a lot more planned. So, and that's where you got Jake the Snake versus the Undertaker. That's what you got at WrestleMania 8.
Yeah.
So cool. T. Next pay-per-view is not till Saudi Arabia Rumble.
I'm glad the college basketball started. That's my jam. So yeah, I'm ready for that. Okay. Loving that. And the bowl season's coming up. So yeah, good couple months. NFL starting up. Niners are looking strong. Reef, your Steelers are going to have to get their head out of their ass.
Oh, the season's over, buddy.
Birdsong, I don't know if you're a Colts fan. They better buckle up, because their schedule isn't getting any easier.
No, it's not.
Love it. All right, T. Appreciate you, man.
All right. I'll see you guys.
Yep. See ya.
Buckle up. Buckle that belt, Colts.
BTA.
I'm with it.
Yeah. Basketball real quick. NBA. Giannis and his agents say, maybe when you get out of here, get out of Milwaukee now. I just saw he left the game tonight with a non-contact injury, a calf strain, allegedly. So
I was thoroughly disappointed, man. I was thoroughly disappointed.
Saga not working, you're telling me?
Yeah, but like, man, who fired the coach? Who got rid of, you know what I'm saying, Uncle Drew? These kind of questions I would want to answer now, man, because Giannis, you the last man standing. Who asked for Damian Lillard? That wasn't complimentary basketball, man. So, the next stage out is for him to ask out, man. Where he goes, nobody knows right now. Is that a not right now thing that they got to get done, hammered out before February? Brandon Reed, Giannis is a great talent. If I'm, one of the Oklahoma City Thunder could call him. If they can move some pieces, they're not, because they're Oklahoma City Thunder right now are still good enough to go back to back, and they got a lottery pick this year because they got the Clippers lottery pick. So they have a little bit of wiggle in wherever direction they want to go. But I don't necessarily foresee Giannis, not right now going to a Golden State, or not right now going to the Lakers. Not right now. You know what I'm saying? Would goofily Dallas do some type of Anthony Davis for Giannis? Yeah, but they don't. But no, they just want to get younger so they can kind of put, pack pieces together with Ryan Cooper Flag, man. So I kind of just shake my head at it, man. You know what I'm saying? There was some talks with the Knicks, I guess, earlier on this past summer, and then everybody kind of just went away from the table. There's really no other flexible pieces on the Bucks roster other than Giannis. They do need a youth movement themselves. They just didn't put together a good. I mean, if you're gonna get rid of Uncle Drew, you're gonna get rid of the coach. You're gonna get rid of even not Derek Bird. What's the homie? He's used to play for Notre Dame. If you're gonna get rid of some of these other people, even the twin, he's gone. He plays for the Clippers now. The center, man.
Morris.
Yeah, if you're gonna get rid of some of these people, man,
Lopez. Sorry,
Lopez. Like, what are you gonna bring back? He's got to be more than just Miles Turner. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? If you want to keep a elite level player like Giannis around, man. So where he kind of ends up at, man, you know what I'm saying? Right now, there's ways that he can end up any place, man, because there's bad contracts everywhere, y'all. Bad contracts. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
between Sacramento, Chicago, still got a couple bad contracts. You know what I'm saying? There's some inspiring contracts even the Spurs kind of can throw out there.
What's up with Chris Paul, man?
You got to think. I know you want me. I ain't talking about Giannis, man. But like, nah, man.
Okay.
Chris Paul. No, I'm done on that. Chris Paul sounds like, man, him and total trans. You know what I'm saying? If you ask about total, transparency, man, sounds like him. Coach. Ty Lue not seeing eye to eye on certain things, man. And Ty Lue is the coach. Maybe Chris Paul needs to get him a coaching job. But it's hard.
You know who needs a point guard?
It's hard, but like there's some other contractual things. They didn't waive him, Brandon, so he's not waived, and he technically cannot be traded till after December 15th. So he's going to have to go home, sit down, and maybe take a couple.
Pacers could use a point guard for the year.
You want him to come to Indiana?
Yeah, just for the year. Why not? We had Ricky Rubio for a short time. Didn't play, but it's part of the Pacers.
I really think, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, man. Like, Chris Paul was done 3 seasons ago, if not 4. And because he's a vocal mouthpiece and he still can kind of play. And he has, gave some teams spotty minutes. Hell, but like Brandon, like, do you want to be a great point guard, Hall of Famer, all things? Did he even play with every team? He played for the Golden State Warriors, played for the Spurs, played for the Thunder. Just play for the Clippers, man. You know what I mean? The Lakers it's never gonna happen. David Stern said you cannot play for the Lakers, never, man. Kobe Bryant, God rest his soul, he gone too. You're not playing for the Lakers, Chris Paul. Just stay home and just wait for that phone to ring. Maybe Carlisle and them will call you.
Okay. We'll be, like we said, we'll be there at Crossroads this weekend. Crossroads Sports at the Big Ten Championship. We've got Purdue also this weekend. They won last night against Rutgers. They take on number 10 Iowa State at Mackey Arena this weekend. Tyrese Halliburton will be in attendance at Mackey. You got the Indiana Hoosiers playing right now, which they were up at halftime on Minnesota, who's 4-4. And right now, with less than 4 minutes left in the game, Minnesota's got a 10-point lead on the Hoosiers. A lot of bad shots by the Hoosiers here against a bad Minnesota team. So bad loss for the Hoosiers possibly coming, and they have to go and play Louisville this weekend at Gamebridge on Saturday.
Don't make me put the hat on, Brandon. Don't make me I've upgraded the Hoosiers, man. Everybody knows this.
You did. As soon as you did, they might lose at the barn tonight.
I've upgraded the Hoosiers. Look, I ain't gonna wear it no more, man. It's terrible. Bad prop. Listen, man, I've upgraded them. College basketball, dude. A couple of teams around here, you know what I'm saying? The Sycamores kind of got their act together. Got a win last night.
Evansville's beating Ball State at halftime, 33-32.
How could we not?
You said it's a must win.
It is. It is a must win. You got to beat Evansville tonight, Mike Lewis. You have to. How could we not talk about Butler? They're on a hot little win streak ever since losing against SMU. They racked up some wins against MAC teams, against and another Big East team. I'm kind of concerned. So, but before we go, man, I'm kind of got my eyes on a couple second-generation players. Stojakovic is playing for Illinois now. Ken Anthony playing for Syracuse, and Little Arenas is out there playing for USC. And I know, you know what I'm saying, there's a whole lot of attention on AJ Batansta. I know it messed up his last, you know what I'm saying, and there's a whole lot of attention on, you know what I'm saying, some other players, Boozer, and even the other homie, North Carolina, Wilson. But like some of these other, like those names, man, they haven't necessarily just blown it up just yet, man. And their teams are kind of, you're not necessarily struggling, but Syracuse is in they're in 500 status right now, man. And I don't know if I don't know if they're gonna make the tournament. I don't. So like I don't know, man. Those guys are kind of got my own, man. I expect them to kind of turn their games on. Second half of the season. I don't know if that's going to kind of carry over them to where they become like lottery picks. You know what I'm saying? Anytime soon, man. But like, nah, man, I haven't seen nothing too bad out of any of their games, man. But, just not necessarily dominant games just yet. Who I was impressed by was the kid. This ain't the homer in me. Was Brandon Mullins from UConn, man. Shame. All the Indiana schools got it, couldn't retain the services. Here in Indiana, man, and I know Purdue went hard after. Well, I thought they did. I know Indiana went hard at him. They wanted him to retain. And I don't necessarily know. Everybody's not. Can embrace Tinkle or whatnot. But I know he made visits at all those schools for sure. But again, he took his talents to UConn. But like, man, he came out his first game was against, I do believe, Illinois, and though they still won versus Illinois, he only had like 2 points. But like last night, man, he was, he looked like Chris Mullins, not Braylon Mullins, man. The way he was firing, man. So like, no, a couple freshmen that I got my eye on. And like I said, I'm always got my eye on Purdue, man. Purdue looks like they are. I think they look like they are. They are the best team in America, man. So like, they just. Yeah, actually, if you like, you're a Purdue fan, or you use kind of wish the tournament was next month, not March. So, like, nah, man, great. There's some other great teams out there, Brandon. Though, but like, nah, man, yeah.
Let me ask you this. By the way, IU Indy wins they lost 92-78 to Detroit Mercy tonight. So
tough one. They was coming off.
Is that Mike? Is that what's his face up there? Is he still coaching Detroit Mercy? Maybe not. Mike Davis?
No, he's not. If he's there, no, he might be there. I don't know. I'll find out.
Let me look it up. Detroit Mercy.
We got some Ball State former players on assistant staff up there, Steve Payne, but I don't know who the head coach is. Shame on me.
I'm looking right now. Coaching staff for them is Mark Montgomery.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mike Davidson moved on. Him and his son moved on.
After got that scoring record he needed to get. Hey, last thing. We beef. I know we try to occasionally. We have our new beefing groups and stuff like that. Whitlock back on the radar screen.
Nah, man. I was just saying hi. I was just saying hi. That's all I was doing. I was just saying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been off Twitter like hardcore. Or be on Twitter and not necessarily trolling or not necessarily, saying hi to some that love us, from afar. But like, no, I was just saying hi to Whitlock, man. He knows some people with gas. You can't be that, your neck can't be that thick and not you don't know nobody that's got some snaps. He done bought some snaps before, for sure, from somebody.
Hey, man, I do want to shout out our listeners. Obviously, we don't always shout them out here, but we need to. Latest stats we got: Chicago listeners, obviously our state of Indiana, Columbus, Ohio, Wichita, Kansas. The latest listeners from Wichita, Kansas, Denver, Colorado, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, and John, we got down in Ecuador, South America. We've got listeners down there, watcher viewers. Also down in, I can't even know where the hell this is at. Bolivia area and Sao Paulo.
Oh my goodness.
South America. And then
like,
we have Germany, we've got France, and we've got London and some others across the United States, but those are the latest ones that we've been picking up. So shout out to those people watching and listening. We love it.
Thanks for watching, for sure.
Absolutely. Anything else, John, before we go?
No, I think we really covered it all tonight, man. I can't wait to be, like I said, boots on the ground this weekend. I might even sneak in. I know Brandon said he's gonna be working. I might even sneak in at the Jungle. Youngstown State comes into playing IU Indy. I know you just said they're kind of coming off a loss, man. They probably be looking for a big win this Saturday. So I might bounce down to see the homies at the Jungle. IU Indy, Ben Howland. I'll see if he's still rolling them in, rolling them out, 5 in, 5 out. But I might roll into that before I tap in with you at the Big Ten Championship game. I don't know. But other than that, man, no, thanks to everybody for watching. And thanks to our sponsor, Scott K. Nichols State Farm Insurance, man. How could we do it without your support, man? And how can we do it without the support of everybody kind of taps in with me and Brandon every week, not every week, that ain't every week, every day. You know what I'm saying? With how we do things, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or Threads, man. Thanks for everybody for kind of tapping in with us for sure, man. Outside of that, take us out, Brandon.
Yeah, well, conversation continues on Twitter, on Facebook. As always, thank you to Snickers for giving the Snickers bar to John. That way it's made him kind of calm and mellow tonight from Sunday's show, which has got some views and some comments that we don't get that type of burst song. We got it right after Thanksgiving, folks. I mean, right after
It was that other guy, man. He came with that SEC energy, man, and it wasn't right. So.
But conversation will continue on there. We'll see you guys. We may do a live before the game on Sunday or on Saturday down at the Big Ten Championship. But follow us on Twitter, on Facebook. Everything will be posted on there. We'll see you guys later on this week. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Crossroads Sports Radio Show. You can find more episodes on iTunes and the Google Play Store. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Crossroads sports content.